ladies and gentlemen, welcome to WWE News and Rumors. I'm your host, Mr. Brandon Hodge. So this episode is brought to you by SeatGeek. So if you guys are looking for tickets for any event in the entire world, just use SeatGeek, use code Hodge, save $20 off your tickets. Now this is for first time orders only, of course, so use SeatGeek before, just make a new account, and you can use my code anyway. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so the only thing I want to say before we jump into this episode of WWE News and Rumors, I'm trying to cover it up as best as I can, but I do have a bit of a cold, so I may sound a little bit different than usual, so my apologies if I sound a little bit different than usual. Anyway, let's kick this off with the first, and actually only news story of the day, which is a mind-blowing one, kind of, not really. I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. Sometimes you get like that. Hopefully you guys are with me on that. So this one is about WrestleMania 39. This is about WrestleMania Hollywood. So Hollywood, California, of course, is getting WrestleMania next year. They went ahead and announced WrestleMania 39 is not going to be a one-night thing like they originally said. It's going to be another two-night spectacular. I remember that when the two-night thing was just like a special event thing, and then they started doing it every year. I mean, it's smart from a business perspective, because you do two nights, that's double the shows as compared to one, so therefore, double the money, in theory, anyway. So basically, yeah, April 1st, April 2nd, Saturday, April 1st, Sunday, April 2nd of 2023, Hollywood will be getting WrestleMania. But basically, the news story here is the tickets for the show, that is not until April of 2023, are pretty much already going on sale. So they've announced the WrestleMania 39 tickets will go on sale to the general public on August 12th. That's next month. It's actually, today's July 15th, so it's less than a month away. WrestleMania tickets will go on sale to the general public. Now, what do you say? I do want to say this is not a pre-sale. This is not like a way far out pre-sale or anything. This is the official on-sale day. Personally, I'm not buying WrestleMania tickets like that far in advance. Like before, it used to always be November. And arguably November was already like kind of ridiculously soon, but it was like such a large event they kind of had to do that. But yeah, August. It is now August. It looks like WrestleMania, at least for this coming year, will be on sale in August. Maybe all years going forward will go on sale in August. Let me know if you're actually going to be able to buy your tickets in August. Most people are not. I know a lot of my friends and people I know are not buying WrestleMania tickets in freaking August. It's just too far away. They don't have all the money saved up because they want like good seats where they can actually see something. So most people are not buying in August, but if you are, however, please let me know in the comments. I just know most people aren't, and they're really jumping the gun on this, wanting those tickets to go out as quickly and as soon as possible. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is actually the only confirmed news story I had to talk to you guys about today. So go and get your juice boxes out, get your juice box ready, so ladies and gentlemen, it is now time. It is now time to talk about some juicy rumors. So the first rumor of the day is going to be about Dominik Mysterio. Of course, this is Rey Mysterio's son, what you're talking about. He's now a wrestler in the WWE, if you haven't watched WWE in a while. For some reason, I get that on the channel sometimes. Sometimes I'll just get people to pop up on the channel and be like, hey, I haven't watched WWE in 5 years, but I still watch your videos because you're entertaining. And I'm like, I appreciate that. Of course, I'm doing some non-wrestling content like on the second channel just to be the Brandon Hodge personality thing. But this is the wrestling channel. But basically, Dominik Mysterio is now a wrestler in the WWE. He's Rey Mysterio's son, supposed to be, or if you're going off the storyline from years ago, maybe, just maybe, he's Eddie. He's Eddie's son. Maybe he's Eddie Guerrero's son. Of course, he's Rey's. At least in theory he is. So basically, the deal is they had his father-son tag team. At some point, all tag teams break up. So when is Dominik Mysterio gonna turn on his son? And it would make more sense for Dominik to do it, just to kind of rebel against his father or whatever. When's he gonna turn heel? Apparently, sooner than later. We're looking. I'm not saying SummerSlam time, but maybe by next year's WrestleMania, Dominik will be working as a heel, and maybe he'll be wrestling his father. Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But Dominik Mysterio as a heel in the WWE is something WWE is planning to do here fairly soon. It is happening, we just don't know exactly when yet. But Dominik Mysterio will be turning heel on his father. Alright, the next rumor is about Sasha Banks. So there is a confirmed bit of this. So Sasha Banks is doing an autograph signing in actually Chicago, Illinois at a convention. It's a non-wrestling themed convention. Of course, Sasha Banks has left the WWE, so this is kind of groundbreaking news. She's left the WWE. She's walked out of the WWE. She's no longer a WWE superstar. She's no longer a women's wrestler. I mean, I can't say she's no longer a wrestler, but she'll be a wrestler, I'm sure, wherever she chooses to go after her non-compete. But basically, the rumor bit here is two things. Sasha Banks her asking price to appear at conventions and stuff like that. And also Sasha Banks saying what she's doing. So basically Sasha Banks has said she will not be taking any wrestling related bookings until January, but in January she will start taking wrestling related bookings. So as a wrestler, appear at wrestling shows or stuff like that. But as for non-wrestling related things, like showing up at conventions where it's like a sci-fi convention, signing autographs and stuff like that. Because of course, we remember Sasha's not just a WWE superstar, former WWE superstar I should say. Let me correct myself on that. She's also a movie star now. She was in freaking Star Wars. She was in The Mandalorian. So, I mean, she's kind of a big deal now. So she's signing at this like sci-fi convention kind of deal in Chicago. And her asking price, apparently to appear at conventions like this and sign stuff, is $30,000. $30,000 is a very high amount of money, but this is everything included. This is the amount she would make. So it's not like some other wrestlers who would charge her some. I know Undertaker a few years ago was like charging $20,000, but I believe that was before like everyone bought tickets and then he got everything paid for, like his flight and his hotel and stuff like that. So I think this is everything included for Sasha, $30,000. So she's kind of on level with what other WWE superstars would be. And we'll see how this rate may change as time goes on. But as of right now, she's a lot of hype around her. There's a lot of buzz around her, so she could definitely get that $30,000 from these large conventions fairly easily. So that's the rumor. Anyway, Sasha Banks charging $30,000 for non-wrestling things, and then she's going to start wrestling, I guess, again in January for other wrestling companies. So who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. That's just a rumor anyway. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so this is it. This is the final news story. This is the final thing I'll be talking about inside this episode of WWE News and Rumors. It's about Monday Night Raw. So this one's crazy. It was broke a few days ago. Of course, I don't do news every single day. I like doing a variety of WWE content here on this channel, which I hope to bring you more variety here soon. I know it's been like a lot of news recently, but I like to do a variety of stuff. So I do like all kinds of different things. So I don't just do news. I can do it every day. So this is a few days late. It's about Monday Night Raw. So here's the headline. I'll just go ahead and say it. Raw is being turned to TV-14. Raw will no longer be rated PG. Raw will be rated TV-14, just like it was in the Attitude Era. And this is great news if they do go with that. So USA Network released like this thing to like their different sponsors and stuff like that, saying Raw will be turning TV-14 as of July 18th, which would be this Monday. But now they've taken back that statement, saying that was released prematurely, as there's not a finalized date for this yet. But Raw will be going TV-14 going forward, which is a huge deal. Like, Raw has been rated PG since 2008. Over 10 years, over a decade, Monday Night Raw has been rated PG, and now they're turning it to TV-14. They're able to do more edgy stuff. Of course, the PG rating kind of limited them. They couldn't do, like, stuff like they did in the Attitude Era. So who knows what the actual behind the scenes is, but anyway, it opens up a whole world to them, but they don't have to be so restrictive of what they put on television anymore. Now, of course, this is for Monday Night Raw only. This is not for SmackDown as well. I wish they would change the whole product back to TV-14, because when you have, like, a product, an entertainment industry such as wrestling, where you are supposedly fighting, right? It shouldn't be really rated PG, but they do that because it opens up a world for advertising and stuff like that, and they can be on different markets and stuff like that. There's a lot of behind-the-scenes business reasons why PG has more freedom and there's more money in being in a PG market versus like a TV-14, PG-13 market. So who knows what they're actually doing, but apparently this is confirmed. This is coming from USA Network themselves, that Raw will be going to TV-14. They just don't have an official date for when that change will be happening. So I have no idea what's going on. There's a lot of wildness and not really a lot of information about this right now, but apparently this is happening, and we'll just have to wait and see. I'll keep you guys updated on that if I hear any news going forward. So there you guys have. Let's actually enjoy this episode of WWE News Rumors. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know your thoughts on all these news stories and rumors in the comment section down below. But ladies and gentlemen, I am your king of Vlog Style, Brandon Hodge, and I will see you guys in the next video.